Friendship Code YouTube channel. Today we'll be solving lead code 1219, path with maximum gold. Let's read the question first and understand it. In a gold mine grid of size m by n, each cell in this mine has an integer representing the amount of gold in that cell. 0 if it is empty. Return the maximum amount of gold you can collect under certain conditions. Every time you are located in a cell, you will collect all the gold in that cell. From your position, you can walk one step to the left, right, up, or down. You cannot visit the same cell more than once. Never visit a cell with 0 gold. You can start and stop collecting gold from any position, and the grid has some gold. Let's take this as an example, and then also let's copy this output. Okay, so let's understand the question. So if there is no gold in the grid, it is represented by 0. You cannot visit there. We cannot visit here. Let's go here. If there is gold, we can visit left. We can visit left, or we can go right, or we can go up, but there is nothing in the top, or we can go down. So if we do this, the amount of gold collected is 6 plus 8, and then from 8 you can go down or left, or left or right. So if you go left, so you will collect 6 plus 8 is 6 plus 8 is 14, and then you'll collect, if you go left, you'll collect 4, 5 plus 14, which is 19. If you go right, you'll collect 14 plus 7, that is 21. If you go down, you can collect 14 plus 9, which is actually 14 plus 9 is 23. So the maximum you can collect is through this path if you are in this grid. But this is not the maximum because we have to travel all the grid. Let's start traveling from here. From here you cannot travel because it is 0. And from here you can travel this way. That is 5 plus 8 plus 7. 5 plus 8 plus 7, 20. 20 is still less than 23, so let's not consider that. And then, okay, you are here. You cannot go up, you cannot go down. So you have to go here now. So when you are here, you can travel up or down, but not this row because you cannot visit this cell twice. So it is saying in the question you cannot visit cell more than once. Okay, so 6 plus 8 14, and 9 plus 8 is 17, so it's less than this, so we'll not consider that. And then also if you go left, it is 8 plus 5, and if you go right, it is 8 plus 7, which is less than what we have here. So let's go here. Here also you can go left, so the maximum we can get is 7 plus 8 plus 5, which is 20, which is still less than this, so it is not still the maximum. We go here, we don't visit from here because it is 0. We go here, we can either visit this path, or we can visit this path, or we can visit this path. This path is 23. Let's go this path. 8 plus 9 plus 5, 9 plus 5, that is 22. If we are in 9th grid, and so 1 is 23. If we go straight like this, this is 23. If we go this, then that is 22. And then if we go this one, then that is 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 7, which is 24, so the maximum we have found till now is 24. That's why we return 24. The output is 24. I think it is clear now. With that, let's start the coding part, and then we'll go over the space and time complexity later. All right, let's start the coding. The first thing first, you have number of rows and number of columns, length of that grid, and then length of grid 0. Now what we're going to do is define a depth first search function, and also to keep track of visited, so we won't like revisit that cell later. We just do visited equal to, we'll maintain some visited set, okay, and then we define that DFS function. And let's go and yeah, we'll write the DFS function later. And what we are doing here was visiting every cell, okay. So for row in range and rows, for call in range and calls, what we are doing is, if our grid, row and column, if that is 0, and then if it is not visited, not row column not in visited, what we are going to do is we'll define some maximum gold that will be 0 at the beginning, okay, and then the max gold is the max of our max gold till we find, and we'll call that DFS function for this row and column, okay. And let's implement, and at last what we do is return this max gold, okay. And then let's start writing this DFS function as we define. So it will get the row and column, okay, and if, let's define if this is inbound, if inbound row and column, that basically means return 0 is less than or equal to row is less than n rows, and 0 is less than call is less than n calls, okay. And then also let's do if, yeah, so that's fine. So let's go here and then say if not inbound this row and column, if that is not inbound, and if it is visited already, so row column in visited, or if this is 0, so we won't visit if this is 0, row and column, if that is 0 we won't visit, okay. So in this case we'll just return 0. Now as defined here, we can go left, right, up and down, right? So let's define those. Left is DFS of row and then column -1, okay, and then right is DFS of row and then column +1, and then up is DFS of row -1 column, and then down is is DFS row plus 1 and then column. Okay, so also what we have to do here is we have to add that in visited set the row and column. Okay, so now what we have to do here is once we visit all of those, we need to remove that because we have to do backtracking column. Okay, and then what we have to return here is basically the maximum of, okay, so the maximum of grid row column plus the maximum of left, right, up and down. Okay, so if we do this and then that is done. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's take this example. I think we have this example there, but okay, so let's see. Solution is solution, and that is our grid. Print solution dot get maximum grid for that grid. Okay, so let's see. It's returning 0, which is not what we wanted. So let's see there. Let's see. All right, let's see what's wrong in here. So we're saying we should be visiting a grid which has a gold, but we are visiting a cell which does not have a gold. So that's the mistake. So let's remove that and then see if we are doing the same mistake here. So when there is no gold, we are just returning 0. We should be good. So let's run this code and see. Okay, it gives 24, which is correct answer. Let's go and submit this solution. Let's run this first. As you can see, it is successful, and then let's submit it. As you can see, this is successful and it's pretty efficient. If you find helpful, just subscribe me in YouTube channel if you have not done yet. And if you are confused, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll reply you. Thank you.